Stephen Hawking's hypothesis proven true? ETs send us signals from a planet very similar to our Earth. There is an exoplanet in the Libra constellation called Gliese 581d. This planet is unique in its properties, and its chemical composition is similar to that of our Earth. English astrophysicist Stephen Hawking, who died in 2018, even called it the twin brother of our Earth, and subsequently his assumptions were proven by spectrographic studies. He hypothesized that Gliese 581d could very well be habitable, and his statements have a number of good reasons. Planet from the habitable zone. It's assumed that Gliese 581d is the fifth most distant planet in the system of its star, the red dwarf Gliese 581, and is in its habitable zone. Gliese 581d belongs to the super-Earth class. That is, its mass is greater than the mass of our Earth, 6 to 8 times bigger, and its size is almost twice ours. On its surface there are oceans, rocky soil, and it is enveloped in an atmosphere in which clouds and precipitation can exist. It's possible that at great heights the clouds are composed of dry ice, and that the illuminated side is always hidden by a reddish twilight due to differences in the composition of the clouds. The basis of the planet consists of substances, the spectrum of which approaches the Earth, but with a predominance of metals. On the planet, like the Earth, the seasons must change, but with a different duration. In addition, large explosions were observed occurring on its surface. This indicates either the presence of technogenic civilizations on the planet or active volcanic activity. Bizarre signals. In 2014, a team of scientists picked up a signal supposedly coming from the area where Gliese 581d is located. Initially, they did not attach much importance to it, attributing it to the elementary manifestations of stellar activity, albeit an increased one, but the signals were recorded 3 more times, in 2014, 15, and 16. The sensation was that in all cases it was the same, which nature in principle is not capable of. Only technology could handle this. For some time there were no signals, and since 2020 they have been recorded almost every month. Every month, yes. Initially, scientists explained this phenomenon by a feature of the radiated magnetic field of a star interacting with its reflected light. But if it were a natural phenomenon, then the interval between the passage of signals would be the same. In fact, the interval between the signals was 16, 19, 22, and 27 days. It's likely that someone is trying to get in touch with us. On a different note, if there is no obvious pattern, then the Gliese signals may well have a natural source. As for the huge amount of metals in the spectrum of the planet, combined with powerful explosions, could suggest that the planet is relatively young. 2 to 3 billion years ago, the surface of the Earth was also covered with iron, and volcanic activity ruled out any life on the planet. By the way, if the planet is completely covered in iron, with iron and its derivatives, then it may well become both a source of a repeater of a very powerful signal, which can have a very clear periodicity, but not a constant direction. Since the periodicity of the signals is not a multiple of the periodicity of occupying the necessary position or vice versa, we do not notice patterns either. In any case, Gliese is 24 light years away from us. The return signal will not reach the recipient very soon, just as the sender may not longer be alive. US and British astronomers are trying to separate the signal from accompanying interference, which may make it possible to decipher it. Threat to humans? Stephen Hawking suggested that the planet could be more than just potentially habitable. There may be a reasonable civilization, the level of development of which is much higher than ours, and this may pose a great threat to us human beings. Earth's inhabitants should be wary of possible aliens from other planets traveling such vast distances expressed in light years, since potentially the living conditions on the planets are as close as possible with each other. Our planet can be a new territory for life for them. Are there any grounds for such reasoning? Perhaps deciphering the signals from the Libra constellation will give an answer to this question, or at least bring it closer to an answer. And why does everyone think that life can only be biological? To put it mildly, there may be forms that we cannot even imagine, unless a machine civilization created by organics exists there, which destroyed its ancestors. This is on Soul Ask. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.